Hi, welcome to RV Explorer. This section is on getting started with preparing a trip plan. RV Explorer is all about finding the great places you'd like to visit while exploring New Zealand in a motorhome or caravan. We also make it easy to organise your trips by creating your own trip plans. To get started, the first thing you need to do, if you haven't already, is to register and log in. You can register by clicking on this link and filling out the panel, and then clicking on register to send an email giving you login information and a password. I'm going to log in just using my demo account. Now let's find some locations that you might enjoy visiting, and we'll get started on creating a trip plan. There are a number of ways of doing this, but the easiest is to view the locations on a map. Mouse over the New Zealand regions map on the home page. You'll see the different regions highlight. Let's click on the Northland region at the top of the North Island. You'll see that the Trip Planner map has now opened and is populated with lots of yellow and grey stars. The yellow ones being locations that we visited, and the grey ones are on our to-do list, but they're there for you to use should you want to. We use them for planning our own trips. You'll also notice that this is a Google map, so you can pan and zoom in and out as you check different locations. You'll notice that we have only included locations on the Northland region. If you want to include other regions, just click on the Select Regions panel, and you can add other regions and click on Save, and it'll display everything for you. But we want to first focus on Northland. So let's have a quick look around. As you mouse over each location, a little pop-up will tell you the name of that particular location. So that gives you some indication of what is there. Likewise for the grey stars that we haven't visited. If you click on the location, then a pop-up panel will give you some more information. You have the address, the star rating, and a series of icons that give you information about what is there. There's a golf club nearby, there's toilets available, and so on. There's also the latitude and longitude, which you can use for programming a GPS, and a short description. Click on this link to open up a detail page, which gives you more information about that location. So you have the slideshow at the top, which gives you some idea of the kind of holiday park and the local beach. And you can scroll down for more information about the park itself. There's also information here about the phone number, if you wanted to make a booking, for example, or you can use our online booking service. The star rating is quite an important one. We try and be as positive as we can with each location, but we really focus on telling it like it is. Some locations like this are reasonable places to visit. You'll also notice that the detail page has been opened up in a separate tab. That means we can just go back to the map by clicking on the other map tab at the top, and it takes us to exactly where we were without having to refresh the page. If we wanted to include this into the trip plan, we just click on there and the page refreshes because it's the first item that we've added to the trip plan, and you'll see that we have a trip plan now in the select box, and we can go about repeating that process in other different locations. Let's zoom in, for example, down to a little area of Hauraki. There's quite a nice location here where you can freedom camp called the Hauraki Tavern. Again, you have all of the information that we described before. If you click for more, you'll see that you can park overlooking the water. Quite a nice location. You'll see from here that there's a restaurant. You could have a meal there if you wanted, or you can just take advantage of the sealed parking and nice outlook over the harbour. When we do these write-ups, we try and be as positive as we can, but our objective is always to show you what each location really was like when we visited it. We like to be positive, but tell it like it is. Some locations, like this one, are great places to visit, while others might be less interesting to you. And you can get that from the star rating. The star rating of 5 is fantastic. 2.5 is average, nothing particularly bad or good. And anything less than that, you might want to avoid. This one's a nice one though, so let's go back and include it in the trip plan. And there we go, we've added that. You'll notice that the stars change to red so that we can easily see the trip plans that we've already made. If we go up to Cape Reinga, the lighthouse is a very popular attraction. We can include that in the trip plan, or we can take it back out again and you'll see that it's very quick and easy. Okay, so that's the basics of how to create a trip plan. You find a location on the map, check out its detail page, and decide whether or not to include it in your trip plan. You can add as many locations you like, and you can remove them easily as well. On the next section, I'll show you a much easier way to do this, and also how you can share and print off your trip plans in future sections.